Okay, so real quick, tell you what this video is about, which I'm driving in the truck, so you already know which way this is going to go. And it's going to be all sideways. So if there's any kids watching, you better tune them out, because there's going to be cursing, there's going to be calling people stupid, and talking about the 405 show, the new 405 show. We're going to talk about stupid ass people and how dumb they really are, and whatever else comes off of my head at the time. So, first 405 show. I told all you guys it was the greatest fucking season we've ever done. I fucked up. I in my head, I thought once I pulled the car up there that it was an automatic loss. I didn't think about it that he didn't stage me, so I shouldn't have ran the car. I should have listened to Sean, and I should have just not drove the car. But you know, I thought we'd already took the loss, so I was going to drive it down through there anyway, just to say, well, I drove it down through there and it didn't blow the fucking motor up as a joke. Of course, most people, and you guys even hear me say that, but everybody else is too fucking stupid to hear that. So, I guess the best thing I can say is, all my haters that are watching this video, get ready, because you inbred bastards aren't going to have a fucking thing to say when I bring that Nova, which is the car I was going to bring. You guys watched it. I was trying to get the car together, which the sad part about this, all this shit, is probably 70% of the demographic that watches this show is too fucking stupid to realize what's really going on. The innuendos and the shit that people make up about us is just blows me away. I mean, I was reading a deal the other day where I was convicted and on death row for murder. Are you fucking serious? Don't get me wrong. If half the people that ran their mouth on the internet, I had the opportunity to come face to face with them, I probably would go back to prison for something really bad. But anyway, that being said, the 405 show, and it just gets better, guys. It gets better. Every fucking show gets better. Enjoy it while you can, haters, Reaper haters, because you're all going to have to suck it once I bring that Nova, which was the car I was always going to bring. I just had to bring something. I couldn't come back on the show and not even show up with a car. So I take the silver truck. Actually, all the people on the supporter page have already seen the videos of me racing the Nova, and they've already got to see. So anyway, it's kind of a spoiler alert, but not really, because you guys got to see what it actually does. And that car's only been ran one time on the street, and I've owned that car for 15 years. One time. And I've street raced that car a lot. So, and right now, getting it all ready, got the motor out of it, sent it back to Kelly, because I lost like 4 or 5 pistons in it, which is starting to make me think as big a stroke as I put in the motor. I mean, it's 440 cubic inch LS, but it don't have a real durable piston, which I'm on the fence right now. You guys throw your opinion out there, because I've got a 434 small block that Straub Industries, Billy Fisher at Straub Industries building right now, with this fucking wicked badass 18-degree cylinder head they've came out with. I've got Mike Henson built me a 427 from the pieces that was out of the Nova motor. We had to buy new blocks, so we had to buy a new crank and all that stuff. Or I've got the 440-inch LS motor. Now, keep in mind, and don't worry, stupid people, we're gonna get to you here in just a minute. This part of it is for all the real car guys, and the real fans of the show that actually have a brain in their head. The best part of them didn't run down their mother's leg. So, did you get that? Slid that right in there. So, anyway, in my head, I'm trying to decide which way I'm gonna go with the car. I was gonna put all nitrous on the 440. I just don't think it's got a good enough compression height on the piston to last. If I missed a tune-up one fucking time, which when it comes to nitrous, I was taught by the baddest motherfucker on the planet, which is Monty Smith, and I can tune a fucking nitrous car as well as anybody out there. Lord knows that's what I've got the most experience with, and I'm pretty fucking badass with it. But I don't know if it's got enough compression height for me to be able to lay the amount of nitrous to it that I want to. The 427 really you know, we built it for a boosted application, so some things are not quite right about it. No matter what goes in there, it's going to have nitrous on it. But I'm kind of torn between going with Pro Charger, going twin turbo with it, going nitrous with it. Do I put the 434 in there? Do I put the 427 in there? Or do I put the 440-inch LS motor back in there? Because whatever I put in there, I know all the LS guys are already screaming LS, LS, LS. Well, here's the thing. LSs make a stupid amount of power with hardly anything done to them. Nobody can disagree with that. But they're kind of a fragile motor. They're not, when GM came out with the LS motor, it was never meant to be rebuilt. It was meant to be thrown away and put another one in it. I mean, think about it. All you guys are smart enough to remember when LSs first came out, because I pro-charged an LS1 back when they first came out, knew the potential of making power, but it also imploded the fucking cylinders. And when they first came out, you couldn't even buy sleeves for it. Darton had to step up and make sleeves to be able to even repair one of the blocks. So, I mean, they've came up with better blocks and there's better parts and all that, but I just don't see that an LS motor at the power, at when you start making 15, well, actually 15 won't cut, but when you start making, you know, 1,800 to 2,500 horsepower, I just don't know that it's durable enough. Kelly's checking some different things out about changing the piston in it and seeing what we can do, but we'll get back to that. 434, tried and true small block combination. I've never even had that big of small block in mine. It's always been a 406. But that motor's a 385 stroke. It's kind of a short compression height, but nowhere near as short as the LS. But that motor that they're building at Straub right now, Straub Industries out of Tennessee, they're building that motor to be able to peak out at 23 to 2,500 horsepower, but be able to put down 18 to 2,000 continuously. Because the one thing that you guys are going to see next year, whole lot more driving. Because honestly, the reason you see the 405 acting the way you're seeing the 405 acting is because we all had fucking fun. I mean, how many times you guys ever seen me laugh on that show? Usually I'm grabbing somebody by the throat and about ready to beat the brakes off of them. But it was a blast. There was not one argument the whole season. And I thought about bringing the Buick instead of the Nova. Thought about bringing the Gold car with the 615 and 6 kits. But, you know, it really comes down to that Nova is a badass working car. I love that car. And I can't think of any other car that I'd rather be running on the show than that car. Because, like I said, I've had it a long time. I've street raced that car a lot. And it's only been beat one time on the street in a legitimate race where I didn't pedal it or try to make somebody... I shouldn't say that. There was one time that I threw a race, but I threw it for a reason. And it was a very, very close friend of mine. And there's a whole story behind that maybe one day I'll tell. But anyway, legitimately, that car's never been outran on the street except for once. One time. And you guys will see when it takes its defeat. Somewhere in there. But anyway, now let's talk about stupid people. We jumped all over the place. You guys know 406, 427, 434, or the 440-inch LS. Conventional small block Chevrolet back in it, or stay with the LS? That's kind of the question. You guys throw your 2 cents worth in, I'll listen. Now let's talk about stupid people. Because, you know, this is one of my favorite subjects to talk about, because there's just so many you retards out there. I mean, they're everywhere. But sometimes when I read the comment, you know, Stacy posted the Discovery thing, and there's a reason, guys, this is why I say they're stupid. There's a reason they show me in the Camaro on cruise night. There's a reason they show me bring Stacy's car. There's a reason, and I say it in that deal. I don't even have a car to race. I got to get something to get to the race. Can't come back to the 405 and not even show up. So, I take the silver truck a couple times, and well, you guys will see. Of course, everybody, all the supporters on the supporter page, if you haven't seen it, you will get to see all the races before they air, because that's a private page and nobody can share anything. All you guys can just do is comment on it, which I hope you don't. And we're also going to start having the supporter page giveaway every weekend. We're going to draw one of the supporters' names, and the rest of the burnt stuff that's off of the cars, stainless rocker arms and transmission, all the stuff that came off the cars, the memorabilia to Reaper, I'm going to give the shit away to you guys, to my supporters. So, you know, you've been on the supporter page for a while. Everybody that's on the supporter page, your name's going to go in a deal. We're going to do a drawing, and we're going to start drawing that shit out. And I'm going to give it to you guys, because you guys support me, and you deserve it. I don't need the money, so I might as well give it to the people that support me. So, back to stupid people. The whole thing was they introduced the Nova. They show me driving the Camaro, but all Sean talks about is me bringing the Nova. That's all I talk about is the Nova. But nobody was smart enough to think, he says right at the beginning of the Discovery video, the motor's hurt, he ain't got the car running, he got to get something together. But this is what I figured out about all of social media, guys. You guys, half of you's already clicked off of here and ain't even hearing what I'm saying. But it's just like when I did the 14 cans of tuna all the prank videos that I've done, nobody has ever listened, even when it was 3 minutes long, never listened to the rest of the video. So you didn't know it was a joke. So instead, you were stupid and thought that the EPA really fucking came down and fucking fined me. I don't know. I know the truest thing I've ever heard is you can't fix stupid. But it's just like the people talking about bringing, I'm not even going to say his name, but you guys have all seen the comments, the guys that are down in their basement pulling their pud with a handful of lotion with a picture of, I'm not going to say his name, talking about how he needs to come back. The only way he's coming back is in a fucking rerun, guys. Nobody wants to see him except the 23, 24, 25 punk ass kids that wear their fucking hat fucking sideways with the flat bill and look like a retard. They're the only ones that want to see him come back. And it's not going to happen, because if you guys couldn't see that the energy and everything about that show was 10 times better than it has ever been, well, you now fall into the category of the stupid people. It's a TV show, guys. But all that shit this season for once was real. Everybody, the racing's always been real. I've said that from day one. But that, you guys keep watching the show, and every time after the show, when I get a minute, because right now I'm in a huge fucking deal trying to finish the big shop and sort stuff at my little shop so I can get back to working on my cars. So it's kind of a clusterfuck right now. That's why I haven't said anything until now. But every show, before the next show airs, I'll come on and talk about it and see if any of you guys can comment or say what you like or don't like about it. But we started that thing at the last fucking minute through there are no rules, there's guidelines. Threw the guidelines together at the last minute. You know, Sean's coming on taking a role that he didn't want, and I think he did a fucking badass job as the race master. But everybody working together just made the show go so smooth and so fast. I mean, we filmed that whole season in 3.5 weeks. So each show is better and better, but you guys ain't seen shit yet. And it's going to evolve every time. Only it's not going to be the evolution of what everybody thinks of us bringing pro mods. We're going to drive our shit. We're going to have fun with our shit. Look, I mean, watch Sean, watch everybody in the videos. All you see is everybody bouncing on their feet, because for the first time in a long time, we're doing the shit that we started doing. And it was a lot of fucking fun. I had fun. You know, when you guys see the California deal, what the 405 did when I broke the fucking throttle cable, I'm not gonna lie, guys, they jumped on there so fucking fast, it brought a fucking tear to my eye. Because I thought, this is what I always thought this should be. And it is. It's everything that I thought it was going to be when I first started, and found out real quick that it wasn't. So the show's going to evolve. Different things are going to happen. Different shit's going to happen. You're going to see every kind of car that you could possibly think of. But as badass as this season is, I can't wait till next season, because we're going to change things up, do stuff a little bit different, and we're going to go more to the driving, more to the car side, and everybody. And the most important part, we're all going to have fun. We're going to help each other get faster, and we're going to help each other have fun. So, in the video, 434, 427, 440-inch LS motor, nitrous, ProCharger, supercharger, or turbo. You guys give me your opinion if you want to. Well, that's enough. We're at 15 minutes. Half of you have already fell asleep or are watching porn on your telephone in the bathroom. So I'm gonna let everybody go, and we'll tune in later. We'll show a video of the shop. Shop's looking badass, both of them. But we'll get a plan. I'm out.